Now let's get to the scheduled program. Welcome hip-hop fam, this is the Lost Element brought to you by Hippie, where we hear from the real defenders of the culture. Yo, what's good, LA? Y'all listening to the Lost Element on KQBH 101.5 FM. You know, today we got another real one in the studio. If y'all been outside paying attention, you'll probably seen his name up. But without further ado, how we do it on this show? What you write, my boy?
CTWO, HDS.
That's right, man. You know, I always like to start off all the interviews, you know, just let the people out there know, like, where you grew up and how you got into graffiti.
I grew up in the 818 out there in San Fernando Valley, and I got into tagging and shit. Well, with the homies. That used to steal paint from his pops and shit. So we'll go mob it. He'll take it from the back of his dad's truck, and then he'll pull up to the crib. He'll be like, "Hey, let's go mob before school." So we'll go to school. On the way to school, we'll be catching outlines and tags, and then on the way back, we'll do the same thing again. But we would stash our cans like in a little bush outside of school, like probably like a block away. Yeah. It was cool. That's how I started right there. Like, and then I'd always watch the homie. He'd be doing his little graff in class. The homie poet from TKO. He'd be doing his little graff and shit in class. So I'd be like, okay, like I'd be watching him, but like, what you doing? Oh, I'm just catching a spot. I'm like, okay. And then from there, I seen him do that, and then I started like, oh, I'm gonna go do that too. Like, it's pretty cool. And well, shit, I'm here now.
That's right, man. Dang, so started off with your homie stealing some paint from his pops.
Yeah.
You know, when you would mob it, you know, with the cans he got to and from school, like, did you already have a name set, or was it just tagging on the walls?
Yeah, I was tagging some little black name, you know. It's cool. And then I just started like that. Then I got into like little tag banging and stuff like that. Then I stopped, and then I got into actual piecing and like bombing and doing little throwies. It took me a little while. I was toy, like for the first few months I was toy, as we all are, you know, at first. But yeah, I started getting better over the years. Been doing it for like 10, 13 years, so it's cool.
Yeah, ever since then, man. Man, you said like you were writing a different name, but you know, now when people see you, they see the C2. Yes, I want to ask you, like, how'd you come up with that name, and what does that name mean?
So I got that name because I used to be with the homies, well, specifically one of my homies, and I used to catch hella fades, fool, like straight up, like I catch hella fades.
Yeah.
And that was it. I got the name like that. And at first, before that, I was actually writing C2 3er, and I changed that, dropped everything, and just wrote C2 legitly because it just fit better with how everything was. And then ever since then, it's like some of my family, they be calling me C2. The homies be calling me C2, and it just stuck with me.
Yeah.
So I just started writing that. You know, sometimes I write it with just a C and a 2, or sometimes I'll spell it out just the whole C2 like that. Like, it's cool.
For sure, man. You know, like when you first started too, you said like just bombing with those cans. Like, did you ever have like any older homies who put you on game, or like with the rules, or was it just like, oh, you had to learn by fire?
A little bit of both. A little bit of both, yeah. Cause some of the other homies, like, they'll be around, but you know, they like when they're older, they be like, oh no, I'm too cool to kick with the little youngsters. So it's like they'll put me up on game with like certain things, like, you know, like burners over throwies. You know, you got your little bombs, you got your pieces over this and whatnot. And I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much all they taught me, and never disrespect the dead and that. But other than that, that's basically like the basics, and everything else I had to learn on my own. Like, as I went, like.
Yeah.
I'll go over some foods and they'll be like, hey, that's the wrong person you went over, you know, that's a known food, that's a known food from known crews, like, you don't be doing that. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't know, like, you know, I was just trying to get up, you know, I didn't really know too much, I was just trying to get up and trying to get my name out there.
Yeah.
So that's how it started for me.
For sure, bro. Like you said, like at first it was just like tag banging before you got into the piecing.
Yeah.
But I want to ask, man, because like now when I see your stuff, like you got some style, you know, to give you credit, but like I want to ask, like, how did you develop that style? Was it the books or just going out there and muscle memory?
The books. I write in a lot of my books, and then from there I was like, man, let me try on the wall. Like, I know I can do it. Like, there's no way I can do this on paper and then I can't go up there and do it on the wall. So I went, I tried it, came out toy. tried again a few more times, it still came out toy. And then I tried, like, finally, eventually I got it to the point where I have it on lock. And I could just do random styles all the time. Like, I try to replicate my pieces and I can't. So I just always freestyling all the time.
For sure. So, all your pieces now, it's like freestyling? Was there ever a point like, oh, like, I'm gonna bring this sketch out or have a sketch in mind?
Yeah, I've done that a few times, and then it always turns into something new, something different. I'll look at the sketch and I'll look at the piece, I'm like, oh yeah, this is way different. It don't even look the same. It'll probably look better sometimes eventually. Like, I'll look at it like, okay, starting my little doodaddles and my little, extra things to make it pop. And yeah, it looks different sometimes than from on paper. So there's that.
For sure, man. I want to ask too, like, well, with your letters, bro, like, did you get any influence, or was it just like messing around in the book, like, to come up with those letters?
How I got those letters, it's because I used to pay attention to like foods from like RK, like from Buges, and like he's from Band Crew, but like I used to pay attention to like A-God, like foods like that, like Verses. And I see their style, how they have all this like stuff pointing out their letters and doing all this crazy stuff, and I'm like, damn, I want to be like that. And eventually I was just like, you know what, I was toys, so like I said, I started adding like little things like that, and I got better. I still feel like I have a long way to go though, but it's a lot better than where I was, that's for sure.
Yeah, man. I want to ask you too, bro, like, how would you describe your style, like, when it comes to your letters and everything?
I wouldn't call it no wild style, that's for sure. Maybe I would with some of my pieces. I don't know about all of them, but I guess I'll just be pieces. I just be piecing. So I could burn too. Like, I got burners too, but for the most part, I like piecing, doing burners. I could barely do throwies. The homie always makes fun of me and shit. He be calling me G2. So I don't really be doing my throwies like that. But yeah.
For sure, man. I want to ask you, like, when it comes to like having a style, do you feel like today it's more about having like clean letters, clean style, or is it more about getting up more?
Having clean styles. Like, you could get up a lot. You could still be toy. And for me, it's like, nah, because I don't want to be out there hella known, and then they see my stuff, it's like, oh damn, fool, that looks toy, or it don't look that good, fool. You just going out there just doing whatever just to get up. And on me, I want to take my time, make it look nice, and if they see it, and they see us rocking it, like, damn, that's some nice ass detail right there. Like,
yeah.
That's clean. Like, I go for many stuff like that, so there's that. Yeah, I don't really be doing all that toy stuff, going all out as much as I could on city, because to me, that's cool. Yeah, you're gonna get known, but that's not really my style. It doesn't work for me. Like, chilling out there.
No, yeah, I feel it, man. I want to ask you, bro, because we have listeners, probably tuning in, who don't know like the terms for graffiti, So like, for those who don't know nothing about it, like, what does the term toy mean?
Toy, so it's like, you ever seen like some little kid try sketching out some bubble letters and they don't come out right?
Yeah.
Like that.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
Like that. Like, that's what I mean by toy. Or like they go up there and they try to catch the tag, and then the tag looks like a kid's barely learning how to write. Like, what the hell? I know damn well you ain't writing like that in real life. There ain't no way. But that's what the definition of toy is.
For sure, man. Yeah. Because that's a question I get like from different viewers. They're like, hey, what do these terms mean? So yeah, thanks for clarifying it for them out there. Next one I want to get into, bro, is like with your crew, bro. Like, what do those 3 letters stand for, man? And yeah.
Having deadly styles, hoodlums. Man, it's a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, it stands for a whole lot. Yeah, but for me, I mainly go for having deadly styles.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, having deadly styles, man, I want to ask, like, how'd you get down with that crew?
Well, look, so I used to catch some tags right there in Long Beach, and I had a homie my homie Meds. He would catch tags around there too. And I never met him in person, and then recently he's like, hey, we should meet up, So I linked up with this fool. Took me to go paint with him and the homie Sire. And then that fool asked me, he's like, you want to be in HDS? He's like, you got to come around, you got to put in work. And I was like, yeah, it's good. Like, I'm down. So they put me on. Not that same day, but you know, they took me to go drop a bomb the next day. And then after that, I went to go meet some of the homies. And then from there on so out, like I met everyone else, and then they all just fucked with me like that. They fucked with me like that, you know. So they put me on, and I was like, yeah, it's good. So I rock with them. Like that's my family right there.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's right, man. You know, when I ask, like, being in the crew, like HDS, you know, we see it up. Like, just being in the crew with like other hitters, like, does that push you to go harder yourself? Like, have a deadlier style, you know?
Most definitely. I have a homie named Sake. Well, our homie Sake, yeah, he be killing it. He got some crazy wild style. So when I paint with him, it always pushes me to want to go and do better. Like, oh, I could do that too. Like, hold up, let me cook. Like, you know, type stuff. Yeah.
That's right, man. Like, I want to ask too, like, within the crew, you know, like, I feel, and graffiti in general, like, it's very competitive. Like, it's a sport. So, like, how do you feel that competitive aspect being in a crew, or just writing in general?
It's competitive. There's a lot of people out there that could burn you with some stuff that is way better than what you got. And then you might come back, you might hit something better. You never know. Like, people you might go bigger and better than him. You might go a crazy little piece, but it might be a little smaller than him, but you went crazy, you went all out, so it's popping more than them. I don't know, it's just a whole lot of competitiveness, like a whole bunch. People be trying to get the freeways, they be trying to get the riverbeds, the billboards, the rooftops, you know, the little floaters, they be trying to get everything in. Sometimes you'll get to a spot, you'll be like, damn, I was gonna catch that, and somebody caught it. Like, damn.
All right, man. You know, like, we're in LA right now. You know, we might have listeners who aren't in LA, but for those listeners who are listening in, man, like, how would you describe the LA graff scene out here?
Dope. Everyone always, like I said, there's a lot of people out here with style, and that's not to say that there's no style everywhere else. Like, there's style in New York, there's style in like New England, wherever else they're hitting up, but out here I feel like there's nothing but killers. Like, a lot of people that have crazy styles come from LA. Like, it's true. Like, and I see the way they kill the game. Like, they're underneath the freeway bridges doing wild style, and I'm like, that's dope. Like, shout out to them. That's a big ass thing right there. Like, for real, that's cool.
Yeah. Like, how would you say, other than the styles, man, like, LA graffiti is different from, like, let's say in New York or the Bay Area?
I'd say they go out a lot. And what I mean by that is they go out with bangers. Like, they go out there and they're literally doing, like I said, they're taking their time, piecing up, doing some crazy wild style. And it's like, damn, you right there. And the cops be passing by and they're like, damn, I ain't really tripping, they'll duck. And then, you know, they get back to finishing what they're doing. I'm like, that's dope, fool. Like, out here, I feel like it's like they're trying their best to really, really, you know, get those hot spots, you know, get them going. They see fools doing daytime spots and daytime billboards and all types of stuff. It's like, damn, what the hell? Like, I ain't really see that nowhere else like that. Like, I know they be hitting the trains and whatnot everywhere else and doing some crazy stuff, you know, like the Metro links and buses like that, but I don't know, out here it's just crazy. They be killing everything. They're like little monkeys. They be hanging from little stuff and shit. They be catching everything. I'm like, damn.
They be having the special service ropes and things like that.
Supposed to be like 60 years old, still doing the same thing.
Yeah, man. No, I feel that when you say with LA, like, you know, like recently with the tower, you know, like I feel like that started a spark nationwide, because I think LA did it first, and then after you see like the people in Miami, they hit up one of their towers out there, you know. The next one I got for you, man, is like with the, you know, LA having that history with graff, you know, like before your homie jacked up paint and you started hitting up, you know, like what were some names that you were seeing around that like you were like, dang, I know that name from just seeing it up.
Like I was saying earlier, like A-God, Versus, Crabs. There's a whole bunch of people. There's a whole bunch of people, like the DLCs. I don't know, there's a whole bunch. I see so many people up when I was younger. I used to be like, damn, how do you even get to that spot? Or like, how you even have that style? Like, And I don't know, I see so many people up, bro. Like I said, many, like, where I grew up in San Fernando Valley, it's like I see a lot of arcades and like KOGs, the LTSs. So
Yeah.
that's kind of like where I see, and it goes back to that one question. It's like that's where I got my style from, like foods like that have that crazy style to it. And I'm like, yeah, I really mess with that. I'm like, yeah, that's my type right there. Like, yeah, I gotta do the same thing.
For sure. That's right, man. Another thing when it comes to LA, bro, like I want to ask, do you think like that new wave of LA rioters, like do they still have that respect, or do you feel like they respect the old school or the rules nowadays?
Hell nah. I don't feel like they respect it at all, to be honest with you. Yeah. Maybe some, maybe one in a few, but a lot of them nowadays, like I said, most people just don't care.
Yeah.
They just be going out and just doing their thing, but you gotta have respect for the ones that came before us, you know, like some real stuff, like for real. So this is that.
Most definitely, man. All right, bro, we're gonna go to a little music break. Once we come back from that music break, we'll be back with this interview. You guys are listening to Lost Element on KQBH, LP, Los Angeles, California, 101.5 FM. You know, we're gonna jump right back into this interview, bro. So first question off the bat is, you have any crazy or funny stories you could share with the people, man?
Yeah. One time when I was like 17, I was on a billboard on San Fernando Road, right there in the San Fernando Valley, and I was catching a feeling with one of the homies.
Yeah.
And I just remember blacking out and falling. Like I just fell. Like I fell to the ground.
Damn.
I blacked out for like a few seconds. I look at this fool, I'm looking up, and I'm just like, damn, like I'm on the floor, you know, like what the hell? Yeah. So I get up, I look at this fool, I'm like, I'm not going back up there. He's like, oh, I'm already up here. I'm like, nah, I'll throw you the can, you can finish the rest. And he's like, yeah, just do that. So I threw him the can. He finished it, but yeah, it hurt, fool. When I fell, I was like, damn, I didn't even realize I felt like that. I was like, damn.
Yeah. Hey, man, thank God you're alive, bro.
Yeah, hell yeah. It was a good time though.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I'm scared of heights, so I don't even know what I was doing up there to begin with.
Yeah.
But, you know, it is what it is. You try to get those spots in, man. Like,
yeah.
That shit sucks. Yeah.
Man, the homie's just like, hey, I'm gonna finish the spot. He didn't even check on me.
Yeah. He didn't even check on me. Like he didn't even look behind him or nothing. Like, you know, I didn't hear him call me like, hey, you good? Like, no, he just
was a little worried about
finishing
the
his piece. You know, like, damn, I feel okay. Like, hell no.
He's like, hey, since you're down there, let me get your pen.
Yeah, I'm like, here. I tossed that fool up a while. I'm like, here, outline it already. Fool, I'm like, I'm done. Yeah.
Hey, man. Something I want to ask you too, man, is like you said like you were up in the Bay for a little bit, bro.
Yeah.
So I want to ask like, what's the graff scene like up there?
It's cool. It's different. A lot of fools out there, they be catching throwies.
Yeah.
They be piecing up too and stuff. Don't get me wrong. They be piecing up, bombing. They catch the rollers, just like it is out here. But out there, it's like I see a lot more throwies, and I see a lot more people always hitting, like, I want to say like messed up ass places. Like I'm talking about like the ugliest places you could ever be. Like they be catching it. They be rocking. It be rocking there for a cool minute. And right there, it's like when those people be going over each other, like damn, they be going ham on each other, like for real, yeah. Hell yeah, especially on 98th, all that right there, yeah. All those tracks right there are all mobbed up. Those would be going at it, like yeah, it's cool right there.
Man, that's right. Shoot, I want to ask like the Bay, like people always say it's colder out there. Like, did it feel like that? Or?
Yeah, it's a little colder out there. Yeah, cause you really by the water, you know. And then I'll go to Alameda sometimes. It's like right there by Oakland, you know, all Bay Area, and yeah, it's really cold right there. Like once you get close to the bridge and you start heading to Frisco, yeah, it's cold. You feel that for sure.
I remember coming back from when we picked up the homie from Folsom.
Yeah.
For Folsom Prison, and we were going on the bridge. Cold as bro, windy as heck.
Yep, hell yeah. I'd be driving the car, be like going to the side because of the wind. I'm like, oh damn, it's not me for sure. Like
yeah. For sure, man. Next one I got for you, bro, is graffiti. Is it art or is it vandalism?
It goes hand in hand, like, to be honest with you, because you could drop a piece, you could drop a bomb, and then once you start throwing a character in there, what you doing? That's art. It's not just vandalism no more. So it's like it's a little bit of both. You got your vandalism, obviously, because we're doing what we're doing on walls you shouldn't be doing it on. But like I said, once you start doing your characters, and then you start adding color schemes, you start messing with like, oh, this purple will pop on this blue. You're already getting into art and vandalism all in once, because you're drawing on a wall that you're not supposed to, or places where you're not supposed to be hitting up at them, but you do it anyway, because we vandals, we don't care. Like, we trying to get our name everywhere. We trying to get our crew up. We're trying to get our ups. We ain't really worried about too much. Like, besides not getting caught up. You know. Like,
yeah, most definitely, bro. This next segment, bro, it's about like graffiti and like with social media and things like that. So going off that, like I want to ask, like, what's your take on social media's impact on graffiti?
Some people feel like they're big dogs. Like, it's like my homie said, some fools don't take a picture of every single thing they did. Tags, stickers, everything. Everything. And they post literally every single one. It's like, you don't have to do all that. Like, let the streets talk for you, Like, it's cool to take a picture and get your little flick in, save for yourself or whatever, but you don't gotta be posting every single thing you do.
Yeah.
And I feel like when fools do that, it makes them feel like they're on top, like they're the big dog, like, oh, I'm killing it. But it's like, fool, you're killing the same spot. You're not touching nothing else but the same spot, Like, yeah, so I feel like once they get that picture, it's like one of my other homies says, like, that picture's gonna last forever.
Yeah. And
that spot's basically gonna rock forever because you have it on your gram or you have it on your social media, so it's always gonna be there. Even if you're already buffed or someone went over you, So I feel like that makes fools feel like, like they're on top of the game, when it's like, nah, you got a lot more to do, like, it's a lot more to it.
Yeah, most definitely, man. Like, going off that too, I want to ask about your opinion on the commercialization of graffiti. Like things like big companies, Nike using graffiti in their ads, or even like GTA putting writers in there using it and not paying them. Like, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I don't mess with it. Like, to be honest, they're taking away from us. Like, we put our lives on the line, We could get killed for this, in all honesty. And you got beef with certain people, that could get you gone, or whatever the case is, or like me falling off the billboard, like, you can fall off a billboard and not wake up, you might not get the opportunity to wake back up,
Or you could be hitting up the wrong hood or something.
Exactly, you never know. So, for me, it's like, they just taking away from us, and it's like, damn, you're not crediting us, you don't pay us for none of this, and nothing. You're just trying to throw yourselves into the mix, and you know nothing about what we got going on, and you see it, and you see a lot of people are into it, you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna join in on that too. Like, no, you don't know nothing about the culture, nothing of it, Like, yes, for me, it's a big no-no right there, for sure. Yeah.
Most definitely, man. Next one I got is like, is there a difference between graffiti and street art?
Graffiti and street art? Yeah, hell yeah, there's a difference. I feel like street art is like, you got your fools like Banksy, they're just putting up, little things like that with the little glue and whatnot.
Yeah.
Then you got us, like the street art, like graffiti and all that. It's like, we're over here taking our time, piecing. We're not up there just like with like some glue and a little poster here. Nah, we out here changing tips, getting a fat tip, a thin tip, and we're over here, catching spots and stuff, so it's that.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
So like someone going out there actually painting, putting up color schemes and like, letter structures. I want to ask, bro, like, you brought up the billboard, but what's your favorite thing to hit up on, bro?
Riverbeds. Yeah, because I be taking my time. Like, I could take a riverbed from here, take it to a whole different city, or I could take it another way and I take it to a whole different city, and I could just take my time, piece up right there, and actually like piece up. And I'm not saying you can't piece up on freeways, but it's a lot more riskier. It's a lot more chance. And when the fools that are doing it on the billboard, I give them props, because it's like, damn, I know it takes time. Sometimes I'll be piecing up and I'm like, this would take me like an hour and a half. I'm like, these fools are doing that a lot quicker and crazier styles. So I'm like, that's pretty cool. Like me, I'm up for everything. I love everything, but the riverbeds is where it's at for me. So truthfully, like, I like the freeways. I used to hit the freeways a lot. Main street spots are cool too. Like, I mess with those because it's like, damn, it's like you see that hot boy, you're like, ooh, boy, you're like, yeah, that's dope. But yeah, riverbeds would be it for me. I mess with those a lot. But it's also like, you have your times like You want to hit a riverbed for a whole 3 months straight, and then you'll be like, nah, I'm tired of that. You want to go hit a freeway for a whole 3 months straight, you know? I like to switch it around, whatever I could do. If I see a clean spot, I'm going to take it, truthfully.
For sure. Man, that's right, man. The riverbeds, okay. Next one I got for you, bro, is why do you do graffiti?
For a lot of reasons. The main reason is like, I don't know, that it's me, you know, like I get to express myself through my art, you know, like when I be doing some crazy stuff, it's cause you know I got something crazy in my mind, you know, I'm trying to drop some heat, you know, and then I be feeling like whatever, you know, I be do my little simple ass letters, you know, stuff like that. I throw a little crack in there, make it look cool, you know, make it pop, or I add a little shadow to it, you know, and that's how you know, like when I add little things like that, it's based off on how I'm feeling. And sometimes, like I said, I'll flex fully. If I want to cook, like I cook, like, but if not, I'll just be up there like I'm not feeling it. I'll go do like something small, simple. Yeah.
That's right, man. Would you say graffiti is a addiction, art, or a lifestyle?
It's an addiction. Yeah, hell yeah. Cause I try to stop for like a little bit, you know, give myself a little break time, and I'll be right back at it again. After I just told myself I'm gonna take a little break, you know, for like a few months. Hell nah. I'd take like a break for like a week, a few days, and I'd be like, nah, I have to hit something. Like I have to hit something. Like yeah. So it's an addiction to me, like for sure.
Most definitely, man. What would you say is like the biggest lesson graffiti has taught you?
Don't trust everybody. That's for a fact. You meet a lot of people in this graph game. Some might seem like cool cats, but a lot of people play the part. And some fools will do you dirty. Some fools will say, yeah, I got you, you know, like, and then they're leaving you at the spot, like, you know, or do some grimy stuff, and it's like, no, that's not cool. Like, for me, it's like, you know, no matter what, you always gotta be careful of who you trust. But it's like in here, it's like, you know, it's like you meet up with random people sometimes, because that's how it is. You meet up with random homies, that's where you start. And sometimes they might be your homies for life. They might be cool, and then sometimes they might just do you dirty and do you grimy, you know? So there's that. Like, you just gotta be careful at all times of who you painting with and the people you put yourself around.
Yeah, most definitely, bro. Next one I got, man, is I want to ask you about like hip hop and graffiti. You know, with graffiti being one of the elements, I want to ask, like, do you still see the connection between the two today?
Yeah. Not always, but yeah, I do. I see it. Like, they come hand in hand. Like, you got hip hop, you got graffiti. You got graffiti, you got hip hop. You know, that's just how it is. It's been like that since the very beginning. You know, so it's gonna stay like that. Truthfully, well, I would hope it stays like that. You know, but yeah.
Most definitely, bro. I want to ask, like, as a writer, is it more important getting respect from the graffiti world, or would you rather get respect from like the whole art world?
I just want respect from the graffiti world. I don't really care about all the art world. Like, it's cool, don't get me wrong, no disrespect to them, you know, all love to them, but yeah, for me it'd be the respect from the graffiti world. Because like I said, we be out here trying to put our lives on the line, you know, trying to get our name out there, you know, so like I said, yeah, the graffiti world, trying to get my respect from them.
Most definitely, man. Like, you know, for those that don't know, like, what does respect look like in this graffiti world?
Respect is like when fools pass by, they're driving by, they'll hit you up and like, yeah, I seen your shit right here, you know, it's rocking, it's going hard, you know, it looks dope. Or they'll flick it for you, whatever the case is. But for me, the most part is when someone randomly hits you up, or you see them and you catch them at a yard and you're talking, you chopping up, and then you mention your name and they be like, oh yeah, I seen you up before, like you be killing it. Like, for me, that's what the respect is, you know. They show you nothing but love, like, especially when you see them in person, they be like, oh yeah, so you're this fool. I'm like, yeah, so you're that fool. And you're like, you know, just chop it up, and you real recognize real, you be like, oh yeah, you killing it. And they'll recognize you too, like, oh, you killing it as well.
Yeah, most definitely, man. All right, bro. This next segment of the show is the quick hitters, bro. First one I got for you, man, is favorite brand of spray paint.
After that, I'm gonna say Loop.
Loops?
Yeah.
What is it about Loops, man? That
when I put a NY on there, it's beautiful. Like, even the stock tips that it comes with, the little black universals, It's dope. Like I could get my little flares in just like that. I could literally fill in with that piece of it all, just those stock tips right there. Like I love the way they spray, the way it lasts for a little bit. Like it looks real good actually. Like my pieces be looking clean when I use lube, but for the most part, yeah, I say lube. I use ACME too, but lube is that's my go-to. Yeah.
Okay, that's right. Next one I got, man, rollers or cans?
Cans.
Cans?
Off the pot cans.
Okay, for sure. Piecer, man,
Yeah.
Alright, this next one, man, this one isn't a graffiti question, bro, but your top 5 favorite music artists.
The Flirts.
Okay.
The Doors. Ralphie the Plug.
Okay.
What else? Listen to a whole bunch of stuff. I would say probably G Perico.
Okay.
Yeah. And like Linkin Park.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll be listening to all that stuff. I mean I listen to oldies too, but you said 5, so I named you 5. Yeah.
Okay, for sure. So a little bit of everything in that top 5.
Yeah.
Next one, man. What's the best local food spot, bro? Where should the people go try?
It's like my boy said, home food. Home food? Yeah, home food is the best for me. Yeah.
Hey, P, if I could ask you one thing, dog. If I gave you $10 to go to a liquor store to get your favorite snacks, what would you get?
Off the bat, nerds. The little gummy gusher nerds.
Okay.
I fuck with those. That's my favorite right there. Some hot fries.
Yeah.
Some red vines.
Okay.
Yeah. Stuff like that. And then my poporinos.
Oh, okay.
You heard of those? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're my favorite right there for sure. Off the bat. Gotta get those. That's Nando.
For sure, man. Last one I got, bro. What's a piece of advice you got for a little youngster out there who's thinking of jumping into this game of graff?
I ain't gonna tell you not to do it. That's for sure. But if you do it, be smart, surround yourself with some people that's gonna put you up on game, not some people that's gonna just throw you into the water and just be like, hey, whoop-de-doo, you need those legs, you ain't gonna need them, you're gonna toss them, he's gonna toss you to the side, like, nah, hell no, you gotta make sure you surround yourself with some people that's gonna put you up on game, and let you know what to do, what not to do, and then, always stand your P's and Q's, always stand your all 10 toes, because, like I said, you always gotta be aware of your surroundings, you gotta be always aware of where you're hitting up, what you're doing, who you're going over, and whatnot, So just hit them books, and like I said, surround yourself with some good ass people. You be straight. That's for real.
Most definitely, man. All right, C2, thank you for this interview, man. But before we sign off, bro, you got any shout outs or last words?
Yeah. Shout out to the whole HDS crew. Shout out Child. Shout out D-Vox. Shout out my homie Otis. Shout out Mets. And I also like to shout out the DAF crew. Yeah. That's the homies, 2 big and 160. Yeah.
That's right, bro. Thank you again for this interview.
Yes,
you guys
sir.
are listening to The Lost Element on KQBH LP 101.5 FM, a community service of the Boyle Heights Arts Conservatory, broadcasting live on your FM dial and streaming on KQBHLA.com. We'll see y'all in the next episode.